Deep in the middle of the Black Sea lies a mysterious island called Carpathia, a place trapped between different time periods. Some people travel in old horse-drawn carriages, while others drive rusty 1980s cars. Thick fog covers the forests and mountains, making the island feel dark, isolated, and haunted. But the people of Carpathia fear only one thing more than the wilderness itself: the Ochi. According to the villagers, the Ochi are savage, monkey-like creatures that hide in the forests and attack humans at night. Parents scare their children with stories about them, and hunters dedicate their lives to killing them. One of those hunters is Maxim, a strict and hardened man who believes the Ochi destroyed his family years ago. He constantly tells his 13-year-old daughter, Yuri, terrifying stories about the creatures. He even claims that the Ochi were responsible for the disappearance of Yuri's mother, Dasha. Maxim wants Yuri to grow up fearless like the hunters before her. To prepare her, he gives her an old hunting knife that once belonged to her grandfather, telling her that protecting the village is now part of her destiny. Although Yuri listens to her father, deep inside, she feels different. Unlike the others, she is curious about the world beyond the village's fear point one day. During a hunting patrol in the dense forest, Yuri hears a strange crying sound coming from nearby bushes. As she carefully walks closer, she discovers something shocking. A tiny baby Ochi is trapped inside a brutal steel animal trap. Its leg is badly injured, and it lets out soft, painful whimpers. Yuri immediately pulls out her knife. First, she prepares to kill the creature exactly the way her father taught her. But then she looks into its eyes. Instead of seeing a monster, she sees fear, pain, and innocence. Her hands begin to shake. Unable to kill it, Yuri breaks the trap open and wraps the injured creature inside her cloak. Secretly, she carries the baby Ochi back home and hides it inside her bedroom. Over the next few days, Yuri secretly takes care of the creature. She cleans its wounds, feeds it, and slowly gains its trust. The more time she spends with the baby Ochi, the more she realizes that everything she was taught about them was a lie. The creature is playful, gentle, and surprisingly intelligent. At one point, Yuri notices it protecting a tiny caterpillar instead of eating it, proving that it is not violent at all. A strange friendship begins growing between them. But keeping such a dangerous secret becomes harder and harder. One day, Yuri sneaks the baby Ochi into a local supermarket while trying to buy medicine. Suddenly, people almost notice the creature hiding beneath her coat. Panicking, the frightened baby Ochi accidentally bites Yuri's arm. At first, the wound seems normal, but later that night, a dark, glowing infection starts spreading through her veins. Yuri develops a high fever and collapses onto the floor. As the baby Ochi anxiously chirps and whistles beside her, something unbelievable happens. The strange animal sounds suddenly transform inside Yuri's mind. The whistles become words. The chirps become music. For the first time, Yuri can actually understand the Ochi language. It is not savage or animalistic at all. It sounds beautiful, emotional, and almost musical. Instead of being terrified, Yuri becomes overwhelmed with excitement. She realizes the creatures are far more intelligent than anyone ever imagined. But before she can fully understand her new ability, Maxim discovers the baby Ochi hidden inside the house. Horrified, he believes the creature has poisoned and manipulated his daughter. Determined to save her, Maxim gathers a hunting party made up of village boys and begins searching for Yuri after she escapes into the mountains with the baby Ochi. As Yuri travels through the dangerous wilderness, she feels happier than ever before. She keeps listening to the Ochi language with amazement, trying to repeat their songs and sounds. Distracted by excitement, she accidentally steps onto weak ground. Suddenly, the earth beneath her collapses. Yuri falls deep into a hidden pit and hits her head, losing consciousness. The frightened baby Ochi quickly climbs up and hides in a nearby tree. Sometime later, a mysterious woman appears in the forest. She climbs into the pit, rescues Yuri, and carries her to a hidden house deep in the mountains. The woman gently places Yuri into warm water and begins preparing medicine for her infected arm. Hours later, Yuri slowly wakes up. The moment she sees the woman's face, she whispers in shock, "Mom!" The woman is Dasha, Yuri's real mother. Dasha calmly explains that Yuri needs treatment, but Yuri refuses the injection immediately. She says she cannot lose the ability to understand the Ochi language because it makes her feel connected to them. But Dasha reveals a shocking truth. The bite did not create Yuri's ability. Dasha explains that when Yuri was very young, she secretly taught her the ancient musical language of the Ochi herself. The infection only awakened memories buried deep inside Yuri's mind. Then Dasha finally explains why she disappeared years ago. Long ago, Dasha discovered that the Ochi were peaceful and intelligent creatures. She tried to stop the villagers from hunting and killing them, but the village elders called her a traitor. The people turned against her. To survive and protect the Ochi, Dasha was forced to flee into the mountains. Leaving Yuri behind with Maxim broke her heart, but she hoped that someday her daughter would grow up compassionate enough to discover the truth on her own. Before Dasha can explain anything else, Yuri suddenly runs away from the house to search for the missing baby Ochi. Soon after, Maxim arrives at Dasha's home with his hunters. Furious, he demands his daughter back and accuses Dasha of brainwashing her. Their argument becomes violent. During the chaos, Maxim and the boys discover hidden maps inside the house that reveal the secret caves and hiding places of the Ochi families. Obsessed with destroying them once and for all, Maxim leads the hunters into the mountains. Meanwhile, Yuri finally reunites with the baby Ochi and follows it toward its family's hidden sanctuary. But before reaching the destination, Maxim catches her. He tries to force Yuri back home and orders her to stop protecting the creatures. Heartbroken and angry, Yuri suddenly jumps into freezing water below and disappears into an underground cave system. Maxim chases after her. Inside the caves, Maxim accidentally becomes trapped beneath broken wooden debris. Terrified, he begs Yuri for help. Even after everything, Yuri saves him and pulls him free. But instead of thanking her, Maxim yells at her again, still blinded by fear and hatred. Hurt by his behavior, Yuri refuses to help him anymore. That is when the baby Ochi slowly approaches Maxim and gently comforts him. For the very first time, Maxim realizes the creature is not evil. Its kindness begins breaking the fear he carried for years. Finally, Yuri reaches the hidden home of the Ochi. Massive furry creatures emerge from the darkness as the baby Ochi happily runs back to its mother. For a brief moment, everything feels peaceful. But suddenly, Maxim's hunting boys arrive and fire their guns in fear. The loud shots terrify the Ochi. The creatures become aggressive and attack the humans. The caves explode into chaos. Just when it seems war is about to begin, Dasha suddenly appears. She raises a wooden flute and begins playing a soft, ancient melody. The haunting music echoes through the caves. Slowly, the Ochi calm down. The violence stops. And in that emotional moment, Maxim finally understands the truth. The Ochi were never monsters. Fear turned them into enemies. Instead of fighting, Maxim finally helps Yuri reunite the baby Ochi with its family. As humans and Ochi stand together peacefully for the first time, Yuri's broken family is finally reunited. Maxim, Dasha, and Yuri stand together once again, not through fear, but through understanding. And with that beautiful moment of peace and forgiveness, the movie comes to an emotional end. This movie is truly beautiful and can be enjoyed with the whole family. The color grading is absolutely stunning. And if you watch on a 4K TV, it genuinely feels like you're inside the movie itself. So that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching.